Boys, we did it. PlayStation 5 is now officially in release for holiday 2020. I don't want to say I told you so, but I did tell you so. I've been predicting this for the past couple of years now, and I just wanted to let you all know. Holiday 2020 it is. Apparently, it is still backwards compatible, so we'll be able to play Spider Man and God of War, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima all on that shiny brand new console. Obviously, some news that we have already heard before being we're getting an SSD or solid state drive, which is supposed to be able to do things a little bit faster. Now, the interesting thing about this article that's from Wired that I will link down below in the description um, is that about right here, rather than treating games like a big block of data, Mark Cerny, we're allowing finer grained access to the data. And it means basically, instead of installing, for example, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, instead of installing the campaign and the multiplayer, you could install either or without having to install the other. And so, if you installed both of them and you finished the campaign and you just want to play multiplayer, you can delete the campaign and boom, just have multiplayer, which I think is super duper interesting. Even though I find it interesting that all the games that are coming out that I'm interested in don't have multiplayer. Well, Death Stranding does to a certain extent, but Last of Us doesn't, and I don't think Ghost of Tsushima will. But that being said, it's very interesting that you can install one and not the other because of the SSD that they're using. Um, Another thing that I found interesting is in this paragraph. Um, they've revamped the UI. The home screen feels, let's see, frozen in amber. You can see what your friends have recently done, or even what game title they might be playing at the moment, but without launching an individual title, there's no way to tell what single player missions you could do or what multiplayer matches you can join. I am constantly doing this thing where either I'm having to hold down the home button or I just hit the home button and go up to friends to see who's online, see, what parties they're in, what games they're in. And from the sound of this, they say the PS5 will change that, even though it'll be fairly fast to boot games. We don't want the player to have to boot the game, see what's up, boot the game, see what's up. Multiplayer game servers will provide the console with the set of joinable activities in real time. To me, that says, okay, when you boot up the console, um, maybe there's. I don't know. Nobody really knows what any of this looks like, but it sounds interesting and ambitious as fuck. Um, to me, it seems like the first thing that you would see when you open up Sony would be maybe like an activity page or an activity feed that says, okay, all of these kind of like Steam, where it says, oh, all of these friends are online, and you can see what you can see if your friends are in a party. You can see if they're in a game. If you have that game, you can join that game from the menu. That would be pretty cool, in my opinion. I'm super excited to see what that is. This last bit here, where it's the single player missions, will provide information like what missions you could do and what rewards you might receive for completing them. All of those choices will be visible in the UI. As a player, you just jump right into whatever you like. I find that very interesting that they say, okay, if you're playing like a single player game, for me, let's say Last of Us, I wonder if it would show the next mission in the story. Um, just gonna be interesting. I'm very interested to see how this is gonna look, to be honest. Um, but that was the one of the biggest things, and then we move on to the controller. It has features. It has adaptive triggers. It has haptic feedback, which was a big improvement. There's an improved speaker on the controller. Da 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 da. They tested it with Gran Turismo Sport. The new charging cable is going to be USB Type C connector. You can play through the cable as well. Larger capacity for the battery because it has the haptic motors. Um, It's lighter, even it's still lighter than the Xbox controller with batteries in it. I think it's very interesting to see. But the biggest news, I guess, out of all of this is that we do finally have a release date, holiday 20, or we have a window which is holiday 2020. Um, but there are a few questions that one might still have, like um, what is the actual release date? Is it going to be in November or is it going to be in December? Are we going to be able to get it in time for the holiday? I'm assuming so because it's being released. So I'm assuming it'll be released in November or December. Um, and if it is released in November or December, I can almost guarantee Ghost of Tsushima will be coming out in October. And then they'll probably do some sort of bundle for those who haven't picked up those games. They'll probably do some bundle with PS5 with, oh, hey, check out God of War, Spider Man, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, stuff like that. Um, so the question obviously is, where is the placement of Ghost of Tsushima in terms of release? Where is the PS4 or PS5, my bad, in terms of release? Another question that we have is the price range. What is the price range? I have a feeling that the main console, and I say that because there are rumors that there will be two consoles. I have a feeling that the main console, the PS5, will be about, I want to say about 400 or 450. Um, and I feel that they are going to do a launch with a better version, and for now, I'll call it the PS5 Pro or the PS5P. Um, I think that one will be in the category um, between 450 and maybe 550. I just think it would jump that 500 price point. So, because $400 is a lot for the base console, and that's what I think that's what the Pro is right now. It's still up there in the 400s. Um, but I will definitely be getting the PS5 Pro, whatever they call it, the more advanced version, because I never bought the PS4 Pro after I had my PS4, and then I said, okay, or I said if they don't announce soon, I'll buy PS4 Pro, and then they announced. So I was like, well, that sucks. But I'll be getting the advanced version because I want to see how crisp and clean and clear the images look, even running on, or how crisp and clear the PS4 game in images look compared to just running on the base PS4. So release date still TBD. How many different versions of the console still TBD. Ghost of Tsushima release even Windows still TBD. Price point still TBD. So there's a lot of unknown factors, but there's a lot of theories that are just, this has reinforced them with Sony coming out and saying, oh, hey, by the way, release date 2020 for the PS5. And they got a new controller, a new design. Hopefully, we will see what that looks like soon. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But super excited. This literally made my day this morning when I saw all of this. I read through all this article. I was like, oh, it's so cool. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for nerding out or geeking out with me. This has been very interesting, very enlightening. I will see you guys soon, hopefully. I don't really have any content coming up. We got a podcast. Gaming content, not really. I got a podcast. That'll be a special podcast coming out this Friday, hopefully, with me and my co-host and a couple other fellas. So we will see you guys next time.